Welcome to our lesson about illumination. You can see that the illumination of the various segments of my model don't currently match. I'd like to fix this. Let's go to the Render Manager tab. As you see, the base of my part is made from polished rosewood, which is highly reflective. The cylindrical part, however, is made from unfinished yellow birch, and the spherical segment from varnished Japanese oak. Neither of these is very reflective, and they both look a little dull in my image. Let's double-click on the polished rosewood. Go to the Advanced tab, and then the Illumination tab. From the drop-down menu, we can select from a variety of illumination types. Right now, Mirror is selected, and this, of course, is highly reflective. Let's click OK. Now what we need to do is match the illumination type for the rest of the model. Let's change to Mirror. Click OK. And let's render. Now both the base and the cylindrical part are too reflective. Let's double-click again on the polished rosewood. Select Illumination. So what happened here to mess this up? Well, when I reselected Mirror and clicked OK, the original property of the polished rosewood got reset. Let's fix it. About 0.4 here. And 0.3 here. The reflectivity, let's make it about 0.25. And click OK. Now let's edit the unfinished yellow birch. We'll make the same changes here. About 0.4. 0.3 here. 0.3 here as well. 0.1 here, reflectivity about 0.25, and click OK. Now let's render again. And the wood looks more realistic now. Okay, let's fix the varnished Japanese oak. Go to the Illumination tab, select Mirror, and we'll adjust the diffusion, the ambient, the specular, the reflective sliders as we did previously. And click OK. Let's render again. And now the model is looking a lot better than when we started. Let's edit the polished rosewood. Double-click and go to the Illumination tab. Remember, to read more about the various parameters on these property managers, be sure you've got Dynamic Help checked. Then just mouse over the parameter to get a pretty detailed callout. Ambience. This refers to non-directional, even light without shadows. Diffusion. Diffusion controls the intensity of light on a surface. In other words, how the light is reflected or absorbed by the surface. Specularity. This is similar to diffusion, but it takes into account the position of the light and the viewing or vantage point. The specular color slider adjusts the color of the reflected light. Specular spread. This effect is similar to an overexposed area on a picture. Next, we have reflectivity. Reflectivity controls the degree of a material's reflectiveness. Index of refraction. This controls the transparency. Some standard values to guide you. 1 refers to the transparency of air, and for example 1.5, the transparency of glass. Down below, we have transparency. This slider controls the transparency of the material itself. In other words, how much light passes through the material. At this point, I'll click OK. And this concludes our lesson about illumination.